Today was the release of episodes 3 and 4 of Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel. Without a doubt, I think these were two of the craziest episodes yet, containing huge plot reveals, catchy songs, and hilarious moments. Like usual, I'll give a quick synopsis of what happens in each, and then move on to discuss my thoughts on them. I hope you enjoy. Episode 3 carries on right from where 2 left off. Charlie invites Velvet and Vox to the hotel to film, and of course they use it to spin a false narrative and make Charlie look worse. Meanwhile, Cherry Bomb is trying to find out more information about Serpentius from Baxter. We get a Cherry Snake song and then a song from Charlie. Charlie tries to redeem Angel Dust, which doesn't go to plan, and we learn a bit of his backstory. The episode ends with Cherry saying she'll stay at the hotel. Episode 4 once again follows a similar plot structure with two main stories occurring. Alistair quits the hotel and visits Rosie, where we find out his backstory through a flashback and the fact that she owns his soul. They sing a song together. Meanwhile, Charlie and Nifty visit 666 News to clear up the misinformation. Things go about as well as you'd expect. Nifty gets her solo song. Alistair gets into a massive battle with the V's, calling in Nifty and Husk for help. He makes a deal with Vox to be his captive, and this causes a few minutes of Vox celebrating. We get another flashback, this time showing Vox and Alistair's friendship before Alistair fell out with him. Alistair and Vox sing a reprise of the Rosie song from earlier, with the episode ending after Val makes a joke about the two of them getting it on. With all of the content of the episodes covered, let's get into the things I liked. Honestly, both of these episodes were fantastic. They're up there with the highest rated ones in my opinion. However, episode 4 is hands down the best episode of the show so far. It ticked every box, and going forward I think it'll be the prime example of what an episode should be. It had a perfect blend of story-driven segments including flashbacks, strong writing, beautiful fight scenes, hilarious jokes, and catchy songs. First up, the runtime enhanced these episodes so much. Like with 1 and 2, the extra 4 or so minutes allows for so much more content to be covered. It's a night and day difference in my opinion. The pacing is so much better, it's crazy. Obviously, this will only improve with future seasons if they increase the amount of episodes and the runtime. But at the minute, I'm really happy with the flow of the season. It's much better than season 1. Episode 3 was really strong. We found out a bunch of lore about the characters like Serpentius and Baxter. We even got some development for Angel. Vox and Velvet stole the show, however. I feel like this is something I'm going to be saying during every episode review, but we really need a spin-off show dedicated to them. The V's, especially Vox, are the best characters in the show in my opinion. They steal the spotlight in every scene they're in, and their jokes are just so well written. Velvet calling out the amount of red in the hotel, or Vox's hilarious motions to her to tape everything. It's like I said with episode 1 and 2, they have this natural charisma together. It's completely different to the main cast. That's why I hope they do a V spin-off. Having a bunch of episodes solely dedicated to them would be the best thing ever. The animation and individual frames are also a big step up from season 1. Like with the first 2 episodes, the characters are constantly doing funny little gestures and hilarious faces. The art style is superb, everything pops with such vibrance. Episode 4, as I said, is my favourite episode of the entire show so far. It's unreal. First up, like with 3, it has an A and B plot, but they are so interchangeable. With Hell of a Boss and some episodes of season 1, these plots would be at odds with each other or take you away from the action. Here, it's not the case at all. Right from the start, we're on the edge of our seat. Alistair's scenes with Rosie are great. We find out about their deal and finally see Alistair's backstory unfold on screen. We've been waiting over 6 years to see this, and it's finally happened. Their song together is brilliant. The instrumental and lyrics work in tandem to make a super catchy tune. It's stuck in my head as I'm recording this. It was also interesting to see another side to Rosie. Rosie always came across as a complex character, almost like there's something more to her. We know now that this was the case, but she has this sort of nonchalant attitude. It's great. She's able to be threatening without saying much. Charlie's visit to 666 News was hilarious. I'll have some stuff to say about Katie's voice a little later in the criticism section, but the dialogue was so much fun. Katie's jokes will leave you laughing out loud, a few favourites being her talking about the bonus or trying to say that she's not homophobic. The writing is on point. Nifty's song was a cute change of pace, definitely reminded me of the anime segment from the Digital Circus. One of the standout moments was the giant battle between the V's and Alistair. We get to see their powers, like Vox's teleportation or Velvet's ability to conjure in objects from social media. Husk 2 was a massive surprise. He has a bunch of unique tricks up his sleeve. It makes sense since he was an overlord, but he genuinely held his own against Velvet. I hope we see more of these in the future. My favourite segment of the entire thing though has to be the final sequence. We finally see Vox's backstory play out. We learn that his name was Vincent and see his friendship with Alistair. I genuinely felt so bad for Vox seeing him get rejected like that. He was so cute with his little TV head and outfit, but Alistair was just so awful to him. Honestly, it really puts everything Vox does into perspective. It all stems from how Alistair treated him. All of his self-worth issues, the addiction to fame and power, it's all caused by that moment. It makes the viewer wonder what things could have been like if Alistair wasn't so self-absorbed and worked with Vox. It's quite sad, honestly. Once again, the reprise to the Rosie song from earlier by Vox and Al with Chef's Kiss. Wonderful lyrics and a catchy instrumental. The perfect finish to a great episode. With the things I liked covered, is there any issues? Well, although I do think these are hands down two of the greatest episodes to date, there is one or two things I want to mention. First up, I covered this in my review for episodes 1 and 2, and also in a short, but I think I prefer Katie Killjoy's old voice. Brandon is hilarious. He still gives the character so much life, but I really do miss Katie's old voice actor. Katie's lines now are 10 times more hilarious and well written than they were in the pilot, but it's just missing that spark which was caused by Faye Mata's rendition of Katie. Obviously, this doesn't ruin the character for me, I still really like her, but I think out of all the recasts, Katie is the one that missed the mark the most in my opinion. I still find her hilarious though.
Killjoy. I'd say it's a pleasure to meet you, but that would be a lie. You can put that away. I don't touch the gays. I have standards.
Owner of the Hazbin Hotel, which is starting to live up to the name, wouldn't you say? I would.
So, Charlotte.
It's Charlie.
Whatever. Tell us about this new passion project you've been insistently pestering our news station about.
I'd say that's a pretty intense accusation, don't you think?
Well,
Moving on, I think Charlie's naive personality is starting to grate on me a bit. We had a lot of this during season 1 and it's still present in season 2. She's a bit too clueless for her age. It's understandable for her to fit this sort of fish out of water archetype. She's doing a lot of things for the first time. Running a hotel isn't easy. But when it's just a constant thing, it starts to wear out its welcome. Like I'm listening to her dialogue with Vaggie, and instead of getting engrossed in what they're saying, I'm waiting for my beloved V's to show up and carry the show. I don't dislike Charlie, I think she's a great protagonist, but we're into season 2 and it feels like her character development is still at the starting line. Her crazy dialogue and attitude is wearing thin. I think there's definitely a balance to be struck with her. She needs to be optimistic and genuinely nice, like Lucifer, but she also needs to not act so silly 24/7. With the way things currently are, it's a bit annoying, but I'm sure Charlie will continue to grow as a character, it'll just take a bit. And lastly, like I said earlier, I thought generally the songs were fantastic in these 2 episodes, especially in 4, though I think some were a little on the weaker side. The Cherry Snake song was okay, it wasn't particularly memorable in my opinion. Nifty's song was cool, but just kind of came out of nowhere. The same sort of thing with Charlie's Redemption song. They're not bad at all, but there's a vast difference between these tunes, which feel a bit like filler, compared to Rosie and Alistair's song for example. So in conclusion, I really loved episodes 3 and 4, I'm super hyped for more. They've opened Pandora's box in terms of theories and content though, so fans will be theorizing about them for the next while. What do you think? Did you enjoy these 2 episodes? Do you agree with my opinions or have any thoughts of your own? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching.